Hey, Cassandra.
Yeah, what's up, Steve?
So today I thought maybe I should just pull some stuff out of my golf bag and tell you a little bit about what I like to carry around.
Cool. This reminds me of like when I clean my purse once a month and I find a lot of random things in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised at kind of what you find.
Yeah.
So do you want to see what I carry around?
Yeah. What do you keep in your bag?
What do I keep in my bag? Well, let's start with the essentials, which all this stuff that I'm going to show you is my essentials.
Okay.
All right. So one of the first things I keep is a glove.
Does it fit?
Yep, you cannot acquit.
Yeah. That's not funny.
So, yeah, it is. You know why you only have one glove?
Why?
Huh?
Why do you only have one glove?
Because this one doesn't need one.
But you use both hands on the golf club.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So really, this is the hand that gets the grip that torques a little bit and stuff like that. So you want to protect your hand. And I like using a glove that's called the Bionic.
Bionic. Now, do some people play with two gloves or just one?
Yep, yeah. Actually, when it gets cold, back in Minnesota, I used to play with two gloves all the time because my fingers are cold. But typically, you just have one glove on and you take it off every time after you hit.
Really?
So, yeah, because it gets hot and sweaty.
Oh.
And you usually put it in the back pocket. So
Okay.
when you're watching the
Oh yeah, they always have their
TV,
gloves in their pockets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's usually just one glove. So this is probably one of the more essential things that you want. It wants to be in good shape, and not crusty or whatever.
Okay.
They get hot and crusty and sweaty if you're wearing them too much.
Okay. Ooh. All right, next.
Oh my God. So the next thing that you want is protection.
Oh, I thought that was deodorant, and I was going to say put some on.
Well, you could probably, yeah, it's here. Oh, well. Anyway, you can just get it on your nose, rub it on your stuff. I like using the Neutrogena Ultra Sheen 70%. So I definitely get it on my nose, on my bridge, my face.
Show them your farmer's tan.
Yeah, farmer's tan. Not in my golf shirt today, but because we're gonna go out and probably look at houses a little bit later on. My real job is real estate. You're not gonna toss that, are you?
I'll only toss things that won't break.
I'll tell you what. The next thing that, well, pick something off here and let's talk about it.
All right, what do I do with this?
Okay, this is a divot repair tool. So usually I'll carry a divot repair tool on a mag that sticks on the inside of my cap.
Okay.
But I always keep this on my bag. So this has little clips. I'd put it on my hip and it's to repair a divot. So when you have a pitch mark on the green, it makes a hole. Well, you need to repair those whenever you damage something.
You think everybody does that?
Yeah.
It's golfing etiquette?
Golfing etiquette, that you repair your pitch marks.
Cool.
Throw my stuff around. Jeez. All right.
Okay, what's this?
This. Here, grab it. Cool. Yep, you know what that's for?
No.
For cleaning your clubs.
Oh.
So you take this little plastic thing. A lot of times that'll get lost after, halfway through the season, but right now I still have it. So you have a bristle side for cleaning the gloves or the clubs, and then you have a stainless steel side for getting those grooves and the sand out of the face of the club.
Smart.
And then usually they come with a groove cleaner, which is a pointy end.
Ooh.
That's really sharp and cleans the thing. And then this sits on the bag. You pull it out and then it retracts back in.
Cool. I wanted to throw this part. Oh.
No, you can't throw the stuff. This is expensive stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Tell me about.
Let's save that to later.
Save this till later.
Yeah, let's save. Nope, that later.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Let's concentrate on more of. Oh.
Well, this is a hat.
Yeah.
And it's got this thing on it here that's part of his
You know what that is?
It's
Here, I'll hold it up.
What? What do you do with that?
Stick it on the hat.
Oh, so do you change it
Depending
with
on
each
what
course you play?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you know where you're playing.
Yeah.
So if you forget, you're like, you're on the 6th hole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, what course am I playing?
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, I'm playing Scottsdale TPC.
Okay.
Yeah, I can proceed.
All right. Cool.
No,
I mean,
that's not really what
no,
it's for marking your ball. So when you're on the green, you etiquette again is to walk up and place this
where your ball is?
yeah, where your ball is.
Okay.
So you place it right
But what if
behind the ball.
everybody playing has the same thing?
Well, you can kind of keep track of them, but
Okay.
some of them are more personalized, some of them aren't. Usually it's, I keep mine on my hat. Some people just use a dime or a quarter and just
Okay.
keep in their pocket.
All right.
Or a poker chip is another common thing that they like to use.
Cool. I'm kind of hungry. Why are there no snacks in this bag? Shouldn't you have snacks with you?
Well, you do have snacks, but I don't carry the snacks in my bag. I do, when I do go to the course, I carry one of these.
Okay.
And before I go out, they don't like you bringing your own drinks on the course. You got to buy your drinks at the course.
Makes sense.
But what they don't mind is you put a tumbler, like this is a knockoff of, what's the expensive ones? The
Yetis?
Yetis,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is probably a knockoff of, this is a knockoff of Yeti. But I know it stays, this ice in this one will stay overnight.
Oh, wow.
But it's important to have a bunch of ice with you. No alcohol in there yet.
Yeah.
But definitely here in Arizona, what I do is I always take this with me and I'll bring a bottle of water with me if they don't have it at the course, or I'll buy a bottle there. Sometimes you might want a little sugar water, iced tea with you, because if you feel like you're kind of crashing a little bit midway through, hey, have an iced tea, it'll pick you up. Have a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
And
Gets pretty hot out there.
Exactly. Probably one of the more important things is, if you need some type of beverage out there too
Yeah.
we call it swing juice.
Swing juice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we got swing juice. And speaking of swing juice, here I got, you know what this is?
It says ball sack on it, so
This is my ball sack, but I keep my goodies in here.
tell me more.
I keep my goodies in my ball sack.
Yes.
So
No pun intended.
the first thing, well,
All
here,
puns intended.
hold that black bag.
Okay.
Inside here is, again, long as we're talking about, drinking. Yeah, so this is, you know what this is?
Fireball.
No, we call this birdie juice.
Oh.
So whenever the guys I play with,
Yeah.
and gals I play with, especially Michelle,
Yeah.
she always has to have birdie juice every time we make a birdie. So
Oh, okay.
birdie juice.
So you make a birdie, you take a shot. A big shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we celebrate
Well,
the first
as you
birdie.
should. What is this?
That's a torch.
What do you need that for?
So there's two different things to have a torch for.
Okay.
Cigars. So
Oh.
when you're golfing, a lot of us like to enjoy cigars.
Okay.
So we'll have some cigars with us. And the other thing that a torch is good for is when you get a nick on a ball and it has a little scrape, you can take a torch and melt that down.
Okay.
And then you can kind of play that ball a little longer. And then you get...
That's some ibuprofen. You've got some hand wipes.
Yep.
You've got, this is for your cigars.
Yep.
I know
Cigar
that.
cutter.
Cigar cutter. And this looks like a pretty nifty little tool of sorts.
Yep. So the other thing that you want, we'll put this stuff back in there. Another thing that you want here in the desert is a multi-tool that has little pliers.
Okay.
So if you get a little too close to a jumping Chahoya or a cactus,
Oh, yeah.
you can pull that guy out and keep playing. So that's kind of handy. And then there's a scissors and a knife on this one. So a little multi-tool will save the day.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. How much does your golf bag weigh?
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really heavy with all the crap that I carry around. So some other stuff that's essential would be these. So right here are koozies, right?
Oh yeah.
So I usually keep a couple koozies with me. I got a can koozie, and then these are the bottle koozies, you know, to keep your bottles warm.
Cool.
Or I mean, keep them cold.
Keep them cold. Awesome.
Yeah. So I keep a couple koozies with me, and I just, you know, stuff them inside each other. So when you're playing with somebody, not everybody's, you know, forward thinking like I am.
Of course.
You know.
I see that now.
So that's kind of helpful. A couple other things that are kind of essential that you carry are different tees.
Okay.
So yeah, there's wood tees, and then there's these plastic tees.
Okay.
And there's some difference in different tees. I used to play this tee quite a bit, and then I switched to this tee.
Do you like, why does this tee have this ridge in the middle here and that one doesn't?
So that one, when you push it down into the ground, it stops at a certain height.
Okay.
So this is actually the perfect height for me every time. So it stops automatically.
Oh.
So this tee here, if you slide it down, it could be down, you know, or up just a little bit more.
Okay.
Depending on. So this is going to be a little bit more consistent. Consistency is better than non-consistent.
Is there a regulation on the height of the tees?
Nope.
What if your ball ends up like in the brush? Don't you want your ball a little bit higher off the ground?
You can only tee this up on the tee box.
Oh.
So that's the first hit of the hole is
Okay.
on a tee box.
Okay.
And that's the only time you can use these. The other time is maybe marking your ball. You know, if you don't have this, a lot of people will mark their ball with a tee.
Okay.
But no, that's the only other times you really use a tee, or you can use a tee to fix a divot. You know, instead of your divot repair tool.
Yeah.
You don't have a divot repair tool, you can use your tee by prying up the grass around it to fill that void. You don't pry it up, you push it forward.
Okay.
A lot of people that are prying it up will pull the roots out of the grass and they'll kill that spot. So it's pushing that divot back into place.
Okay.
Then you tamp it back down with your putter. So some other things that I carry is, well, let's see, yellow balls. So I usually carry some yellow balls with me, and they're usually different from my regular balls that I'm playing, because these will be my provisional ball that I hit. So if I hit one out of bounds or in the water, I pull out a yellow ball, so whoever I'm playing against knows that, you know, I've taken a stroke.
Okay.
And usually I'll play a ball that is quite a bit cheaper, because anytime you put one in the water, you kind of go off the rails a little bit. So play a cheap ball.
Okay.
So I play a brand new cheap ball, and these here are just cheap balls.
Okay.
Cheap yellow balls, colored balls, kind of makes it so you have something else, you know, to pull out of your bag to denote to everybody that you're a stroke down.
Okay.
And you got a thing.
What do I do with this?
So that is a ball retriever. So out here in the desert, you're like, why do you have back in Minnesota we had a lot of ponds. Here you have some ponds and stuff like that. But yeah, that will retrieve that ball. Yep. You gotta give it, yep, there you go.
Look at that.
So here you have a lot of cactuses, jumping Jehoias, which are really nasty. They build up static electricity and they'll actually lunge at you.
Yeah, that sounds
about 6 inches actually, which is crazy. I didn't think that actually happened until it happened to me. It builds up the static electricity and lunges at you. And then in the summertime, it's not smart to be reaching your hand in underneath the brush and stuff like that, because you'll have little guys like this little feller there.
You know how I feel about that thing.
Yeah, so this is my little rattlesnake. He's my little practical joker. Yeah, and he fits in my golf bag. So people from Minnesota that come down and visit and stuff like that, I gotta talk about snakes and have fun and oh. Scared Rico.
Sorry.
Probably wrecked that snake too.
Good.
Poor snake.
Steve hates me today.
You can't throw anything else. That's rubber, but all this other stuff's expensive.
Okay, can I throw this?
No.
What's that?
This here?
Yeah.
So.
Can I throw your glasses?
No. You don't. Why are you throwing shit? So this here it's a practice putting mirror.
Oh.
So it's an alignment tool. So you take this, you put this, you take your ball, you have this on the ground, put your ball in here, and you align your putter head up with this. And then what you're doing is you're looking straight down at it, making sure your eyes are in line with your mark on your ball, or something that's going to go straight, and then your shoulders are between the red line and the blue line.
Oh.
And then these lines are how far you're taking the club head back for a putt. So it's just in golf there's a lot of money being spent on training aids and trying to improve your putting. Putting is definitely the worst part of my game, by far. So I have invested some money in, putting aids and just aids. So one of the better putting aids is this guy right here. It's made by Putt Out, and you can set this up, and then when your ball hits the circle, it's going in. But when you practice the perfect putt, it'll stay in here. But what it'll do is typically roll up, and then it rolls back about the distance that you would putt past the hole. So it helps train speed and distance, and if you actually got a perfect putt or not.
Okay.
And cool thing is it claps down flat, fits in the golf bag flat too.
So you bring that with you while you're golfing, like it's not just something you're using at home?
Nope, I bring it with me, and I practice on the practice green with that.
Oh, okay.
And the mirror also. So that will help you start to read the greens. And there's other putting aids that'll help you read the greens, like there's this Breakmaster thing. Now this here will help you. It's just it's like a little hockey puck. You turn it on, and then what it's going to do is it's going to read the green, how much it breaks. So a typical green is going to break between 1 to 3%, and that's it. But you got to know if it's dropping 1% off to the left, you got to aim.
Isn't this kind
1%.
Of cheating though?
No, this is a practice aid.
Okay.
You can't use this on the green when you're playing.
Okay.
So you're using this around the practice green, getting the feel of what's 1%, what's 2%.
Okay.
With your feet, and then you can kind of judge how much it's breaking based on the stip meter. And the stip meter is how fast the greens are rolled. So typically out here in Arizona, we play right around 10. Most of the courses are rolling to 10. Tournament play, they're probably more at 12s. But fast green, if it's playing fast, it's probably at 11.
Okay.
If it's overseeding time and or it's a course that is probably not as nice, they might have slower greens. So it's just one of those things you just gotta figure out, how much break that you're gonna be playing that day.
Okay.
If you're gonna be aiming 1 or 2 inches, outside the hole, if you're 8 to 6 feet out, or if it's just right side cup. So a bunch of little training aids. Hopefully, will make you a better putter. Hopefully, it'll make me a better putter. It's just stuff. So we got this. Let's see. Got this. We're down to. What else you want to know?
What do you do with this?
Oh,
There's a lot going on there.
bunch of stuff in here, right?
Yeah.
So another towel. Towels are important. So carry a couple different types of towels. So this is a towel that you get wet and then you can snap it.
Tie it around your neck.
Tie around your neck.
Cool
and
yourself
keep it-
off?
Yep, cooling
Cool.
towel.
Very
Yep,
smart.
so you want to stay cool here in the desert in summertime, especially when you start playing in the 110 range.
Yeah.
You definitely want to stay cool. So then in here, I got all kinds of different tees.
Okay.
So here's some unique tees. There's a different style of tee,
Okay.
wood tee.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you didn't throw on that plastic tee. So just this is a tea bag.
Okay.
You've heard of tea bags, haven't you?
Yes. You use them to make tea.
Yeah. And then here you got a little tape. It's getting kind of dried out, but usually if you get blisters or whatever, you can put some tape on it.
Okay.
Yeah, tape something up. Bottle opener.
That's essential.
And then here it had some.
Hand sanitizer.
No, this was sunscreen,
Oh, okay.
but it's empty.
Yeah.
And then here you got a groove cleaner. It's on a little thing.
Okay. Okay.
Cleans the grooves.
Yeah. Watch out. You're getting a little close.
And then one of the important things that everybody forgets is
Nail clippers. Yeah.
A lot of times you can get a hangnail and it can wreck your round. If you break a fingernail,
Yeah.
you're just swinging clubs around, stuff like that. You hit stuff. You always want to keep your fingernails clipped short anyway.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you get a hangnail, man, your round's pretty much over.
Yeah.
So fingernail clipper is always good to have.
Okay.
And then this is just another. You get this wet, and you wipe your clubs off on it.
Okay.
It hangs off the bag. I like using a standalone chamois that you get wet, super absorbent type chamois.
Okay.
And then you'll have a couple different types of towels too to wipe your clubs off. Usually you're gonna wet. This is one of my favorites. Actually, I got it when I was down at Masters. And it has a hole in the center. So this just fits over your club on your bag, and you can take it off real easy. You usually have it on your driver or one of your other clubs.
Does your head fit through
And then, like a poncho? No, not my fat head. Maybe yours.
No.
But
We're not putting on my head.
Usually you keep one side wet and the other side dry.
Okay.
So you can wipe your clubs off, your ball off, clean your stuff up because it's kind of nice. And then this is a different style where it just has a loop, on the center versus a hole in the
Okay. Smart.
center. Yep. So
Yeah.
this just hangs off the club or off the bag. A lot of times I'll hang them off of the sand bottles. So when you're repairing your divot, you take a divot in the fairway, you sand it, and hangs off the sand. This one here has a little carabiner on it. Just
Nice.
hangs off the bag. Also, so I kind of go back and forth on those. So a couple other things that I have in my bag is this guy right here. So when you're doing videos and stuff like that, it's always kind of nice to have some type of a camera. This is a 360 Insta camera, 360 Insta.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. Has another protector on the lens. Anyway, I have this gimbal that is it a gimbal? You call it whatever. This thing that I can clamp onto the side of the golf cart and then raise this up above the golf cart so then it looks like drone footage actually following us around.
Super cool.
And we get some really cool videos with this. It's fun to have. So it's not a necessary thing to have, but if you're gonna be making some videos and you do some vlogging and stuff like that, it's great to have a camera and some type of a mounting system on it. So that's kind of fun. And then the other must-have is a rangefinder. So on rangefinders, this is one that you look through and you find your target, you click a button and it's going to tell you yardage. So 100 yards out, 200 yards out, 150 yards out, 103, whatever. So this one actually goes down to tenths of the yard.
And this isn't cheating either?
Nope, this is not cheating.
Okay.
You can see there's different ways of looking at yardage. So you have a rangefinder, or you have a system that you put on your club. So this is a system that I have on this club or on all my clubs is Arcos, and it'll give you the exact location when you hit the ball. So it has a little sensor that reads where you're hitting the ball.
Okay. And
you can look at your phone and it'll give you a GPS reading from the front, the middle, and the back of the green. So you know exactly what you want to hit, and then it'll track everything around all your clubs that you played all day.
Doesn't that kind of take the challenge out of the game though?
No, no.
Never played golf a day in my life, but I
then,
suddenly have an opinion about all this.
And then as you get older, my hearing is kind of going and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So everybody asks me, there's a couple reasons why I use head covers.
Okay.
Not every, so my wife makes fun of me because I have head covers, and like that's one type of head cover right now. I got my Scorpios on my head cover. A couple different reasons. When I take the head cover off and I play the club, I always put the head cover in my pocket. I go back to the golf cart. If I got a head cover and I don't got a club, I know I'm missing a club. I've never lost a club since I started using head covers. The other thing is it keeps the clubs warm. Keeps them from getting cold.
Does that make them better? Are you joking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm messing with you.
All right.
No, it just keeps them from rattling around.
Oh yeah, the sound that they...
Yeah, background noise and stuff like that. When they're rattling around and stuff like that, drives me nuts.
Okay.
And I'm playing with somebody that doesn't have them. It's like, God. I'm so glad that I have these because it's not clink, 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 especially if you're going down a kind of a bumpy fairway. It grates on my nerves for some reason. I don't know. I'm particular, I guess. And then a couple other things. This is a groove cleaner. So
I feel like you have a few of these.
well, this one here will actually it's made of carbon steel head, and it'll actually sharpen the grooves back up because your grooves after time will start to wear on the clubs.
Okay.
It'll sharpen those grooves back up, means you can get more backspin on that ball.
Okay.
And it'll stop on the green a little bit better, and you'll get better flights out of them if you have nice clean grooves. So that's another thing that I carry in there. This little guy here is just alignment tool when you're practicing out on the practice range and stuff like that, and you feel like you're not hitting them straight. You're in your head. You can, it's a magnet. You can just check your alignment, and then you can see, if you're pointing in, out, where that is. Take a couple swings back and forth, and you can kind of notice where the launch of the ball is going to go off that club head. So if your ball's, if you're aiming this way all the time and you're hitting that way, there's a reason. you're not setting up, correctly. So it's just a way of kind of checking yourself a little bit, because sometimes you just kind of don't know what, you don't know what's going on. So just a little helpful thing, doesn't take up a whole lot of room.
Wow, so I mean, they really have thought of everything to help you have a perfect golf game.
Yeah, far from perfect, but I love golf.
I can tell. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So that's kind of the main stuff that I, besides the balls that I carry in my golf bag, and it all kind of has its purpose.
Well, Steve, thanks for telling me what's in your bag.
Yeah. Any questions at all, or?
No, sorry.
All right. So our next video, we're gonna get to see what's in your purse, right?
I cleaned it out this morning, so there really isn't much.
Nothing?
Nothing. There's a notebook, three cards, and some cash, and my sunglasses, and a lipstick.
In that big old bag of yours over there?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. It was mostly receipts and gum wrappers that I threw out this morning.
Okay.
I don't litter.
Well, that's good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little session, or what episode, we call them episodes, between two vines.
Yeah.
We're usually talking about real estate, or we're talking about something, but just kind of want to talk about my favorite hobby, golf, because the houses that I like to sell and list are in the golf course community. So
True.
if you guys are looking at coming down to Arizona, love to show you some of the golf courses in their communities.
True.
True.
Facts. Agreed.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna go pick up the stuff I threw.
All right. Toodaloo. Come on.
Toodles.